I do always love when people provide proof of their ignorance. So let's go through each of these verses in the Quran, and then I'm going to show you some verses in the Bible and the Torah that actually say what you're accusing Islam of. What was it? That they want all unbelievers to be killed. That was your statement in their first comment. So first of all, let's just get this out there. The Quran talks of people of the book, which includes Jewish people, Christians, and Muslims, all who believe in God, and who had the same prophets, essentially, except for Muhammad. So keep that in mind when we talk about non-believers and who they're talking about. Now, here's the fun part. So, Surah 2, 191. But you silly little rascal, you tried to skip the verse before, which is actually what gives the context for 191. So 190 says, fight in the cause of Allah those who fight you, but do not transgress limits, for Allah loveth not transgressors. That's 190. 191. And slay them wherever you catch them, and turn them out from where they have turned you out. For tumult and oppression are worse than slaughter, but fight them not at the sacred mosque unless they first fight you there. But if they fight you, slay them. Such is the reward of those who suppress faith. I don't know if you caught that, but in every single one of those sentences, when it said to fight them, it was if they fight you, if they attack you, if they do this to you, you have the right to do it back, but not outside of what is warranted, for that is up to Allah to determine. So, not going to say that that counts for wanting all people who don't believe in God to be killed. Definitely not. It's basically, if you're attacked, you have the right to defend yourself. Okay, let's move to the next one. You're going to find a theme in all these verses. All right, 328. Let not the believers take for friends or helpers unbelievers rather than believers. If any do that, in nothing will there be help from Allah except by way of precaution, that ye may guard yourselves from them. But Allah cautions you to remember Himself, for the final goal is to Allah. That's talking about who you keep in your inner circle and who you entrust with the most important things in your life, who you go to for counsel, who you marry, who you have as your closest friends. That has nothing to do with killing people. And I mean, that one is very parallel to 2 Corinthians 6:14, if we're going to talk about God saying who people should hang out with. 533. The punishment of those who wage war against Allah and His apostle, and strive with might and main for mischief through the land, is execution or crucifixion, or the cutting off of hands and feet from opposite sides, or exile from the land. That is their disgrace in this world, and a heavy punishment is theirs in the hereafter. The punishment of those who wage war against Allah and His apostle. So, Israel, we're talking about people waging war again, defending yourself. So I know you like all Muslims to just be like silent victims and to just take it, but again, same thing as the first one. Defend yourself. You can defend yourself against people who try to take you or your faith. All right, this is kind of just becoming a little tired, but here we go again. 8:12. Remember thy Lord inspired the angels with the message, I am with you. Give firmness to the believers. I will instill terror into the hearts of the unbelievers. Smite ye above their necks and smite all their fingertips off of them. But again, we need to keep reading, because then 13 says, this because they contended against Allah and His apostle. Contended, another war for, attacked, went against, cause a threat to. If any contend against Allah and His apostle, Allah is strict in punishment. Allah is strict in punishment. This verse doesn't actually have anything to do with what people should do. This is 100% about what Allah should do. So it says that the Lord inspired the angels to say that I am with you. Give firmness to the believers. That is the only message in this to Muslims. I will give you firmness. I will give you peace. I Allah will take care of the non-believers and those who are going against him and fighting against him. Nothing to do with Muslims. This is very much a you do you, take care of you. It is my job to pass a judgment on the non-believers, which is literally verses from the Bible. Same thing. 9:123. O ye who believe, fight the unbelievers who gird you about. These are all different phrases for people who will come after you and attack you. And let them find firmness in you, and know that Allah is with those who fear him. This is about people who come after you for your faith, but it's not about fighting them and killing them. It's about standing firm and showing that your faith allows you to overcome them. Fight the unbeliever doesn't say unalive them, because the only reason that is given in the Quran for that being acceptable by human Muslims is if they are attacked, if their faith is being attacked or they are being attacked for their faith. You take care of you, worry about you, judge you, and don't hurt others unless they come after you. I will take care of them. You don't worry about it. That's the message of the Quran. And you can come up with as many verses as you want that you have warped to fit your narrative that Muslims want all unbelievers to be unalived, but it's simply untrue. That's not the message of the Quran at all, which is literally why I reverted from Christianity to Islam, because Christianity does teach that. So let's get into the Torah and my study Bible of 20 years. Luke 19:27. But those enemies of mine who did not want me to be king over them, bring them here and kill them in front of me. 2 Chronicles 15:12 and 13. They entered into a covenant to seek the Lord, the God of their fathers, with all their heart and soul. All who did not seek the Lord, the God of Israel, were to be put to death, whether small or great, man or woman. Even kids are involved in that one. I mean, I could go through so many verses in the Bible. Anyway, let's go into the Torah, part of the Old Testament, but we're going to use the Torah directly. Deuteronomy 13:6-10. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he hath spoken perversion against the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed thee out of the house of bondage, to draw thee aside out of the way which the Lord thy God commanded thee to walk in. So shalt thou put away the evil from the midst of thee. And then Leviticus is just chock full of just unaliving anyone. If anyone lies with a man as they're supposed to lie with a woman, stone him to death. A woman or a man that divineth by a ghost or a familiar spirit shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones, their blood shall be upon them. I'm just going to close with Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 18 onward. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son that will not hearken to the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and though they chasten him, will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold of him, and bring him out into the elders of his city, and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of the city, This our son is stubborn and rebellious, he hath not hearkened to our voice, he is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put away the evil from the midst of thee, and all Israel shall hear and fear. Islam. Islam is the violent religion that we need to be worried about, right? They're the ones that want to just unalive people willy-nilly. Want to try again?